GM Degen Lounge, hosted by Quicks, brought to you by Spider Swap, Web Weavers, and Banks. Episode number 4, ladies and gentlemen. I'm so hyped today. What a great day to be in the ecosystem. What a great day to be in Solana. What a great day to be early, man. And I'm really hyped because we have some awesome projects coming up today. So make sure that you, first and foremost, you guys are early already. So like and repost, tag a friend, send a DM. It is, as a reminder, 100% free to mint and swap a comment. It costs you nothing at all, but it truly does help us with the algorithm. Today, we are going to be joined by Let's Cook, MemeFi. Really interesting project. I'm looking forward to learning about, and also All Domains. Shout out Jesse, my monkey fam. Basically helping to create and trade Web3 domains. Cool platform. And of course, we'll be hearing from our Spider Swap team. Bunch of updates, lots of changes, as well as our Banks fam. So make sure you guys already know. Get the family, get the fam in here. Get us trending. Love to see that little fire emoji up at the top. And already joined by my first co-host with the most, Spider Swap. We got Halo on the account today. How are you doing today, fam?
I'm doing amazing, man. How are you guys doing?
Dude, it's Wednesday. I heard rumors today that there's like a Soul ETF coming. We are absolutely ripping over. It's like $10. I woke up I had bought Solana yesterday also at like
It's
130
Thursday,
something
by the way.
dollars, and now
Quicks.
like,
Quicks is Thursday.
is
Ah,
it? It's
yeah.
Thursday. Well, what? Yeah, no. I bought it yesterday on Wednesday.
There
That's
you
what I
go.
had meant. That's when I bought the Solana. But today, it's just absolutely going crazy. I'm so happy right now. Happy to see everyone in the ecosystem. And of course, we got my other co-host with the most, Maltese from the Banks team. How are you doing today, fam?
All good, all good. Enjoying the pump, you know. Pump is always out there.
The pump is always welcome, fam, for sure. I'm happy to see it today. Love the green charts. Love to see my bags compounding right now, and especially if you are lending on banks. So make sure we're gonna get into everything today. By the way, and we got All Domains coming up here. We also got the fam mods in the building from Web Weavers and Spider Swap mods. How are you doing today, fam?
Doing pretty good, pretty good. Happy to be here.
Dude, we're not going to get to $200 with that energy mods, okay? I need you to get more bullish, more hyped, okay? Spider is pumping right now. We're all pumping. Solana's pumping. Let's go, dude. It's a vibe today, man. Happy Thursday. And our first guest from All Domains also just joined us, Vlad Tony. Thank you so much for taking the time to link with us today. How are you doing today, fam? Yeah, come off the unmute on the left there.
Sorry.
So I'm going to talk while he comes out. So it's not that I didn't have energy. I was just munching a very delicious cookie at the moment that you summoned me. So it took me a little bit to get my composure back.
Okay, well, you opened up Pandora's box. What kind of cookies is that, mods?
So it's like the waffle ones. So it's like has waffle in the exteriors and like a little bit of milk chocolate in the center. You know, Swiss people were a little bit addicted to chocolate things.
Oh, that sounds delicious. Well, yeah, well, you're talking. I'm half Cuban, half German. I love chocolate, absolutely love it, and that sounds amazing. I love waffle cones, so I can only imagine the cookie version with chocolate inside is incredible.
Yeah, but now you have to tell us a
Delish.
little bit about the Cuban part.
Oh, dude. Well, I love my flan. My grandma is Cuban. She taught me how to cook everything. I'm probably a better cook than most of your Web3 girlfriends. But no, just I had to learn how to survive as a fox out here on my own. But man, it's just it's an interesting mix
So
from
you know
both
how to do
households.
ropa vieja, basically.
Yes, and I've also learned a lot of other different Spanish dishes, like papusas, of course. I'm like quesadillas and burritos are
Let's
obviously
go.
on point. But roast pork, mojo pork, so I can throw down in the kitchen, and I also do a little bit of Italian, Asian. But we're not here to learn about the repertoire cooking skills and culinary skills of this fox. We're here to learn about Spider Swap Banks, Web Weavers, and our guest today, All Domains and Let's Cook. So we had Vlad Tony that was checking on the mic. Let's see if we can get a check and see if
Can you hear me
works.
now? Can you?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Welcome, Vlad Tony. How you doing?
First thing, I love your energy. So yeah, I really love it. Secondly, hey mods. I mean, I think the first time we connected was like basically last week. I knew about Spider Swap a lot, but it wasn't until last week that we actually had a chat. I see a lot of friendly faces here: Martin, Tigan, Dibenji. So fuck yeah.
Oh yeah.
So you asked me.
Dude, it's good to have you here, VT. Yeah.
Actually, you
Go
asked
ahead,
me
fam.
you asked me how my day was. I mean, for me, it was normal. Basically, just making sure that shit happens with us. Like we do everything that's needed. Building more stuff. That's how my day is. It's spending DMs and making sure that everyone does their job. That's how it is. But I love it. So yeah, I'm one of the co-founders of All Domains. With Claudio, he's here and the he's here on the listeners. Just another day, another exciting day. I love the news about Van Eck. Fuck yeah. I mean, I was I was surprised about the price, and then everyone was DMing me about it. So I was like, okay, cool.
Yeah, that came fire. That came fire and very unexpected.
I loved it. So
Dude, all this week has been unexpected news, I feel like, with like Blink and TipLink. It's just been like out of nowhere we're getting all these launches. Like, that's why I'm so bullish, man. Like, I'm so excited for this week. Go ahead, VT. I'm sorry, I had to cut you off there. My bullishness.
No worries, dude. I haven't been in a space in I think like 6 months. So I'm still I don't know the cues for when do I need to speak, when do I let the other person speak or whatever. I used to be like a lot in spaces a few years ago, but now I'm busy with doing stuff on the project. So yeah, if you see me talking over someone or not knowing when to stop, it's because I don't know the etiquette. So yeah.
Well, let's bring you up to speed with the etiquette. It's been 6 months. You're doing a bang-up job, but first I need you, it's always an etiquette, to like and repost and drop a comment. It truly does help us with the algorithm. We run this show every single week, Thursdays at 12 p.m. Eastern Time, 4 p.m. UTC. So that's going to be first and foremost, VT, what we're going to need you to do. Second, we are going to go around to all our projects because we got a lot of updates coming from Spider, Banks, and Web Weavers, obviously, who are being released. I'd still up, man. Halo's got his hand up. What's up, fam?
Yeah, I was a bit quiet, but at the moment I was just pushing that announcement up. So we just like went up with the new changelog. So that's why at the start I was just like rushing around a bit.
Dude, always cooking. Even while we're on space, can't even get away from just, not even shipping. So I love to see it. So let's go ahead and start with that, Halo, man. I appreciate it because you've just been working hard on that. So let's get into it. Talk to us and give us a quick TLDR breakdown of this new changelog for today on Thursday.
So the quick TLDR would be, we kind of went back in time for this one. We had at the start, we had like a program called for our early supporters that's called Backer Program. And we had to put a pause on it due to some issues. And now we relaunched it again. And now people can go to Spider Swap that if they obtain the backer status back in the day, I think cutoff was around like at the end of February, they can claim their additional spiders through the rewards area on the swap. So they'll be able to claim 3 months worth of spiders, and the rest is like automatically vested, and they'll be able to claim each month.
Dude, I love these other updates also, like because like one of the biggest things was the pump fund transition. That's huge. A lot of people are going to start learning about that, and I feel like with the benefits of earning rewards while swapping on Spider, that is going to be a huge play. I'm literally going to be hopping on right now when I see this new homepage update. Also, the revamp. This looks nice. It is super clean. Yeah, it does, dude. Like just like the little things, it just gets like cleaner and cleaner. Just like little changes to UI UX, it just makes it smoother. Oh, this is cool. Let me check my staking page also, see how my spider staking's doing. But I'm sorry, I'm getting kind of caught up in this changelog. This is exciting.
Yeah, he's going
you guys
to
had
check
a
his
few
best.
other.
He's going to check his bestest package to see how much he's going to claim.
Dude, actually, it'd be cool is if I had the feature to compound my claim, because I don't really care about like claiming the spider right now. I'd rather like it would be cool to be in the future be able to compound that.
So Halo has forced us to introduce the cascade unlocking. so that users can be able to get their locking based on the time that they locked. And also in that process, we will enable, as you said, the button that you can just press one button and it compounds. So it will unstake and stake in one shot. So that way you don't have to do the double transaction and wait time with it.
Dude, and I'm bullish on Halo with the cascading because I love to, like little bit I like to buy during the dips, and then I'll throw it into the staking, and I love the cascading effect, man. And so and then also like I don't care about claiming the rewards. I want to compound that. I'm here for the long term. I got locked for a year claiming the highest multiplier. So that's I love you guys exploring that more and being able to cascade is just bullish. So look at these cool updates, man. I love to see you guys always shipping, man. Because I'm a user of the platform, so I love to see everyday features. And you guys had another announcement this week. Also, I didn't know if you want to touch on real quick.
On the WebWeaver side, you mean?
Yeah, I was kind of setting it up for mods right there,
Well, that's what I
because
mean. If it's on the
obviously
way, you have to ask
Webweavers
if
and
it's on,
SpiderSwap.
yeah, if it's on WebWeaver SpiderSwap, because we actually have elements that have been added to the API in SpiderSwap and some packages update. But in the Weavers, we did announce a great news, which is we have reduced the supply to 33333 to try to make sure we give more value for those who have supported us and to keep pushing it.
Already a supply shock, man. But you guys are definitely world class and have probably crunched the numbers 100 times over. So I'm bullish. I'm bullish. As one of those 333s or for this Fox, we are down. Let's go, dude. So I'd love to hear the updates from SpiderSwap. And before we get into all domains, because we want to give them a time to get their platform and introduce us to what their ecosystem is building, we got the Legend Maltese up here, part of the Banks team, and they are obviously having a great day because when Solana is printing and the yields are high, you're earning interest and APR on your loans. So I'm excited. You must be in a great mood today, Maltese. What you guys been cooking up this week?
Well, we've been taking off with our referral program. It's been picking up nicely, and we're doing a cool thing actually in our Discord. If anyone wants to participate, every week for people who are really helping the referral program, we give a bonus. And the bonus is that new users that have joined without a referral link, who are kind of unreferred, every week we assign them to the people who have been helping the most, the protocol. So basically, what we're doing is we're giving half of these unreferred users, we're assigning them to the person who had the most referrals that week. And the other half, we're assigning to the person who's doing the best Banks tweet of the week. So if you're in a mood for referrals, and if you think that banks can have a future, this is the right time to jump on and start stacking those referrals, because when you refer on banks, you get 10% of your referrals upfront fees forever. So every time they take a new loan, they have upfront fees, and you get 10% of that. And it's forever. So it can add up and start becoming really interesting, especially now that Solana is pumping. One of the cool things you can do on banks is borrow some USDC and bet on the fact that if there is some continuation and you swap that USDC to Sol, then you're going to be able to swap back less Sol, repay, and keep the difference. So if you were wondering what those NFTs are still doing in your wallet after all this time, well, a good thing would be to connect to banks.gg and look up how much you can borrow and try our USDC borrowing.
Dude, that's amazing, Maltese. I think that's brilliant. The referrals, being able to basically prorate the people that have been putting on, working hard, getting more referrals, giving them an extra boost for the people that just never use one. So that's like a brilliant idea, and just goes to show you guys are willing to put on for the community. I wanted to know really quick, since a lot of people are seeing NFTs a lot more prevalent on the timeline. You guys have an amazing collection, the banks, and I love the art. First of all, like, I don't think you guys get enough credit. Like, some of those traits are absolutely fire. Like, I love the suits, like the space theme ones, like some of the jackets are incredible. But do you want to kind of go over some of the utilities people maybe might be looking into picking up a Banks, and I don't know, like possibly taking out a loan if they're on the fence about it, start using the platform? Did you kind of want to go over some of the utilities?
Absolutely. Well, the thing with banks is that when you own the NFT or you own our token banks, you basically own the protocol. So this means that we share the protocol revenue with the stakers. So basically, you buy a bank's NFT or some bank's token, you go to a website, you stake it, and then every week we take the percentage, we take the revenue of the protocol, and we assign the percentage that was staked to those stakers. So yeah, it's basically it's like owning some shares, but shares that yield. And we've been keeping these promises for the last 3 years. We've been distributing up until, I haven't checked for 2024 yet, but up to 2023, we'd given away 3.5 mil to the community. So yeah, it works. It happens, and people have been stacking this way. And I myself, I mean, I must admit, I am slightly biased, but I have about 300 banks, and that gives me a nice little share of the revenue. And right now, we have around nearly 3 mil borrowed, plus some in the order books. We are basically number one NFT protocol, and we have plans to grow that TVL drastically. So what might look like a small share today might be a big share tomorrow. So yeah, that's why I've been stacking all this time.
Dude, extremely bullish. Thank you. Thank you for going over that, because I know a lot of new listeners are just joining, liking and reposting, dropping a comment, interested to learn about the Banks NFTs, because they're back. They're coming back. You could feel it. You could feel the NFT run coming. And Mods, I know I saw your hand up in a second, but I do want to give VT and All Domains a chance to talk about their platform, because they're building something super cool. Because something I love doing is being able to send assets with a domain. I have quicks.sol, quicks.eth, quicks.btc, quicks.near, quick. I have a lot of domains. I'm super bullish on this. I think like in the future, QR codes and domains are going to be such a powerhouse, faction of the industry, because it's just going to make more sense, like with all those characters and letters of a wallet. Like, this is just trying to streamline process as much as possible. So VT, first, we wanted to hear the origin story of O Domains, how you guys came about, and what you guys have built to this day so far.
Okay, so first thing first. Actually, my first NFT was Fract, which is actually now Banks. That's when I came to Solana. This is something that I wanted to say before anything. I'm very bullish on them. So actually, and Timur was one of the first people that I actually talked to in the space when I joined Solana. So yeah, very bullish on Banks. I've always been 100% bullish. Second, okay. So I'm one of the founders of All Domains, and what we do is domains, Web3 domains, but also Web2 domains with .id, which is actually our .id domains are a tradable Web2 domain. So that thing actually works both in the browser and as an address to send to. So we're the first protocol actually to do RWAs for domains on chain. Currently just .id, but we're gonna do more. You mentioned domains, right? What we do on Solana at the moment, because we have plans on expanding. I mean, actually, domains should be everywhere, and we're building a lot of things in this direction. We work with projects and communities to launch their own anything. So we worked with Bonk, we worked with Wen, we worked with Wazies, we worked with CryptoSlam. We have .sir with Dean's List. We have, I don't know, we have like 60 something. So 60 something these launched in partnership with different products. With Slurf, with Samo, with Myro, we have a lot of them. And this is basically how we do. So we launch in partnership with the community a specific ending to do domains with, right? That actually what we consider ourselves is basically like another layer of identity inside the community, right? It's not what's called, we know you're on Sol, so you basically have a .sol address, but you're a supporter of Bonk and you like Bonk. Why don't have a .bonk, right? Or the new one, which is called Let's Bonk, right? You can get a Let's Bonk address, which is actually part of their what's called campaign for the Bonk Dragon. So this is like the short of it, the simplest explanation. We've built an infrastructure primitive for identities. It's domains, but it's not just that. It's way more than that, right? And actually, this is something that we've done with RugCheck. We launched .token, which is basically a token verification system, right? So any token when they launch, after a few days, they can actually claim .token, a .token domain on RugCheck. We have plans of what's called actually growing that shit more and more. So you were asking about how we got started in this. Like, I'm gonna say like a couple of years ago, about like two plus. Me and Claudio were thinking what to do on Solana, right? I had this previous idea about doing domains, but it wasn't quite there yet, and we wanted to do social media primitives. Right, domain is actually identities are part of social media. So, but everything was going down, everything was going to the bear market, and we thought, what do we do, right? There is what's called the interest in Solana is not that big, but we can do something simple, something to get people excited. And we done something like a silly project to see the appetite of people for this, to see how people understand domains, how people understand custom endings, right? Custom TLDs, because this is the technical term for that. We did .poor, right? Which is like a Solana is for the poor, so get your .poor address. Like in this case, what's called Degen Lounge .poor. And that was the funny thing, because I was in the ecosystem and I had a lot of friends and I made a lot of connections. I would just hit them up, do a DM, and guys, what do you think about this? And they were like, yeah, this is fun. Okay, can you do more? And that's how everything started. So we did .poor, then we did .abc with the ABC community, then we did the .bonk with bonk team, .super team with super team, and this is how we got here, right? So we've been continuously building to the bear market and whatever market is right now. I mean, I'm bullish. Everything is going up, so I'm happy with what's happening right now. It's way better than Solana at $8, right? But what's called? And one thing that we launched this week was actually points, because we're going to launch a token soon enough. So yeah, I mean, this is like the really short story about us and what we're doing.
Awesome to hear, fam. And it sounds like you've been in the ecosystem for a while as well, especially since you had mentioned earlier your first NFT was a frac, dude. So shout out, dude. Now, thanks, man. So that is amazing, dude. I am so happy to have you here up on stage vibing with us. And so right now, basically you said that there's like a point system. So is there like a call to action for people listening to get involved, to start racking up their points? And how is there like referrals, or how can you give us a little bit more insight into the point system?
So basically, to get points, actually to be eligible for the points, you need a domain from us, which can mean a Let's Bonk, a .bonk, what's called a poor domain, a when domain, whatever. So that's like the first step of being eligible for the point system. Then, I mean, you can set it up as your main domain, which actually shows in Bird Eye. So if you set it up as a main domain, it shows in trading and Bird Eye. You can renew a domain, because this is something that actually our tech, we built something that it's different from .sol addresses. Our domains are renewable. I mean, our domains can be renewable, non-transferable, non-whatever, right? We have a lot of features, but we did this with renewable domains because it makes way more sense than having a forever domain. I mean, as you can see, I mean, the difference between what's called ETH domains and Solana domains, they have like 2 million addresses, and .sol is only like about 250K. So it makes way more sense for projects, because maybe you forget about the wallet, or maybe somebody doesn't care about Solana anymore. Then another person can basically can register the domain after it expires. It makes more sense so that the identities are not lost, right? So you asked about points. The first eligible, step that people need to do is have a non-expired domain in the wallet, and then they can go to our website and check their profile, and then they will see how many points they have. So that, like I said, that's the first and simplest thing. It doesn't matter if they bought it from secondary, for whatever, they need to own a domain.
And just to clarify really quick, just like one domain, it can be any of the Solanas, or is it also qualify them if they get like an ETH domain or another?
No, it's just domains from us. So the domains that we've done in partnership with different projects. It's .bonk, .let's bonk, .tours, .when, .slam with CryptoSlam, .monkey because we also launched with them. So .sir, like I said, with the Dean's List. So if you have one domain that's that we've done with the project, then you are eligible for points.
Awesome. Now, so I wanted to ask a question, VT, like more on like a business development side. A lot of the platforms and projects up here, and some that have been grinding through the bear, have created like different streams of revenue to help generate and reward holders. So what are some different ways that All Domains is able to create revenue for the project that's going to reward holders and the points that will eventually become the tokens?
Basically, how we launch it is in partnership with the project. Is the revenues from the domain claims actually go both with us and to the project. It's not just us. This is something that we do. It's not we don't hoard the claim. It's a revenue in partnership with a specific project. But this is what brings value to us. Keep building us. Keep integrating us. Keep adding more features to the project. Something that you actually asked and I didn't quite answer. We don't have a referral program yet, but we're gonna launch it actually tomorrow or at the latest Monday, so people actually can and will refer their friends to this. So we're gonna have that as well. Yeah.
Awesome. I'd love to see you following in the way. Maltese, I don't know, I guess if you set, the meta for that. The rewards and referrals are back, baby. Let's go. I'd love to see it, dude. And VT, you've been absolutely crushing it. And it looks like we also got joined by another guest that we had up here that I wanted to introduce you guys to. Dave Kayak, appreciate you joining us today, fam, from Let's Cook. Fashionably late, sir, 12 p.m. every Thursday, the Degen Lounge. But I do appreciate the time and you joining us. How you doing today, Dave?
Hey, guys. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, sir. Loud and clear.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, sorry I was late. Holding my day job at the law office. Had a meeting that went on a little long, so sorry. I apologize for being late. But yeah, thanks for having me. Happy to talk and hang out. I mean, these are all familiar faces that have been around Solana for a long time, so it's just more like hanging out with the boys.
It is, fam. It's the lounge. We create a nice little environment, get you to get comfortable, kick your feet up, and possibly break some NDAs by dropping too much alpha. But no, in all seriousness, it's a vibe. We love to talk about your project, highlight all of any key factors, call to action items, and talk about a little bit about the Solana ecosystem. So you are a little bit late, so just to kind of catch you up to speed, feel free to like and repost the room and drop a comment. Helps us with the algorithm. Spider Swap pinned up top some change log that's coming, and also went up some updates. Banks went ahead and covered their referral programs and went into the utilities of owning a Banks NFT. They're back, baby. The NFT bull run's coming. I can feel it. But again, I'm just a fox. Mods hopped in with a little bit of alpha on cookies and some other quick little things on web weavers. And we just met VT from All Domains, who's building an amazing platform and awesome partnerships. Make sure the alpha is to get .bonk, .when, or one of their partnerships in order to be eligible for the points. That's kind of your TLDR Fox breakdown. So Dave, hop in, fam. How are you doing? What's your origin story, and what are you building with Let's Cook? He must still be liking and reposting. That's okay. We appreciate the algorithm.
Typical Elon rug. The moment.
I know, right? We have to take a moment to say how great Teslas are. My goodness, the batteries are incredible now. And did you guys see that rocket that landed? All good things. When you praise Elon, hopefully the Twitter gods bless us and give us a little bit more bandwidth for our space. But Dave, yeah, it is. If you want to hit the unmute, or if I don't know if you have to go back in and object to something. But when you are free, throw your hand up, I guess, fam, and we'll check back with you on the mic. And we lost him. So we're back, dude. It's all right, man. The Degen Lounge, he's a professional. He still has a day job. Still figuring out the ways that Degen will teach. But VT, I appreciate you taking the time to join us. Halo, fam, what do you think of domains, man? Do you think maybe possibly in the future we could see or Maltese we could see a .spider .banks? I don't know. Maybe that would be bullish.
Yeah, I mean, I personally, I'm like a bad guy on this one because I faded domains for a long time. I guess maybe because I'm not from the old internet culture. From I don't know, like I see the value 100%. Maybe I'm just a smooth brain on the topic. But I mean, after this, I think I have one domain though. Not might be someone gifting to me something called Sticks domain, like a one rocked NFT from back in the day, and someone takes over and puts like a domain and then airdrops those domains to people. But I think I think that one was from all domains. I'm not too sure though, but I mean, I'm gonna circle back, and I mean, domains is like an identity, and I think they match up with the NFTs pretty good. So, in terms of building brand and all that road, I think
can I
valuable. Yeah.
Can I let's go. I want to add something to what you said. So I think so on our end we see this as a important, like I said, identity primitive, right? But it's like a programmable identity primitive because it also has the NFT aspect. We've had projects, Icon actually for the domains that we did with them, you could stake them for something. And there's also like Solana Hub, who if you have a .hub domain, which again is powered by us, you get more fees from their validator. So it's basically like an identity that you can show off and also like again send it to people to send you money. So it's not the simple thing like what's called a normal domain, normal Web2 domain. It has so much more power, and we're working constantly to add more utilities and to add more again integrations and ways for people to use this, right? So it's again like crypto. It can be used in so many ways. But again, I mean, you don't have to care about this. I care, and it's let's go. We're gonna keep pushing on it. Yeah.
Oh no, it's not that like I was just ignorant. Like it's not that I don't care. I just didn't use it that much. But now when you say like it puts basically it like enhances Web2 domains with multiple features, from what I understood.
Basically, that's how we see it.
It also helps with like branding as well. Like I have also for like my nighttime show, I have the moonshow.soul, so like when I'm working with projects, and stuff, we just like, they send like giveaways and things. I'm just like, send it to moonshow.soul, and it's just easier to keep track on that. So it's just like different things also for like branding, but it gives an opportunity for your community to like really represent. Because like they maybe not would have been able to get like halo.soul, but you can get halo.spider. SPDR, and so, or you can get halo.banks or Maltese.banks, you know what I mean? So like, there's like still that like VT had just said, that ability to, like identify yourself, like the digital identity.
It's funny.
Part of also the reason we love NFTs.
So it's funny that actually what's called a conversation I had with Timur at I think 2 years ago at Breakpoint. He was like, dude, I couldn't get Timur.so. Can we get the Timur.fract or like something like that? I mean, we didn't launch it, but that was a conversation I had with him. Yeah. So it's exactly what you're saying right now. Yeah.
What's up, mods.spider?
Well, I wanted to say that a difference to Halo, I have a little bit of an obsession with domain names. I've been registering domain names even from the web standpoint. So I'm a super fanboy of anything All Domain does, because I think domain names at the end are going to be the markup identity is wrapping up public keys. So super bullish on it. And of course, we're already in the talks, so we cannot just reveal everything here, because that way they will probably steal our domains. But we are in talks with All Domains and making sure we come with something nice for SpiderSwap and WebWeaver and all that. So I highly recommend to explore domains. They actually gain a lot of value in time. Words run away, ideas run away, but if you save it in a domain, you will print.
Dude, that's a really good take, man. And I see Maltese, that business banks over there, is already planning banks, taking out loans. He's opening up liquidity pools for your domains right now, ready to do intro APR, man. I can already see that bank's business mind ticking, fam.
Yeah,
Just to
we
give you,
want
for
to.
example, oh, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, we're gonna have to collateralize domains as well, of course. As soon as
I mean, I'm
as
all for
Mod
this.
says, when they gain value, it becomes interesting to be able to collateralize them, like Christmas.sol and stuff like that.
I
I
wouldn't
love
do it
that.
for
We can
the
talk about
soul.
that later.
You know, for what I would do for the RWAs, I would work on this. Because what's cool, like I said, .id domains with us, they're basically Web2 domains that can be traded, and they can be traded as NFTs wherever, right? And those are what's called in the Web2 world. They are really valuable. And actually, on .id, there's 2 letters from the alphabet that are not registered yet. So yeah.
That's really exciting. Really cool. Okay, Christmas.id it is then. 1,000 sol collateralized on banks. 100 sol.
Maltese, it's Christmas.banks. That's the wave, fam. You gotta get the .banks. That's the alpha. But I
Summer.spider.
appreciate yes. Also save Quick.banks and Quick.spider. I'm collecting them all. Like Pokemon. But it looks like Dave are back up here. Let's cook, fam. Can we get a quick mic check? Make sure you're audible. Could you guys hear him? I don't know if that was just me.
I think he's still muted, right?
I think I saw him come off mute and then I couldn't hear him. So possibly mic issues, connection issues. I'm sorry, Dave. Might have to do one more lap, fam. Bullish, bro. It's okay. We'll get this. We'll get this figured out. Here, let me drop you down and I'll invite you back up really quick. Little trick in the algo, try to make this work. But dude, I'm loving the conversation so far, and this is what the Degen Lounge is about. Basically, having Spider Swap, banks, and a whole bunch of cool projects in the ecosystem come up, share what they're building, share their updates. Because every week it just seems that like we are just moving at light speed, fam. So it is really cool to see all the new things just coming out on a weekly basis. It's important in these spaces to keep up to date with them and then introduce to new projects, because in the very near future you might be seeing .spider, .banks domains coming and being able to take loans out on banks, and that's incredible, dude. So I really love these spaces, and if you do too and you're enjoying the content, take a moment, like and repost, follow all the projects up here because they are constantly shipping. We can only cover so many updates in one weekly space, so make sure that you're tapped in and seeing all the updates and releases. We have the official All Domains account down there in the building. So if you don't want to see too much of Vlad Tony shit posting on the timeline, make sure to follow the All Domains account down there. Now, I appreciate you have a pretty clean timeline, fam. I'm not sure about your little like Buzz Lightyear what art thing that you got there, like little aliens, like the claw thing, but it's like adorable little creature, man. I like that. I love cute little fun art. That's why I like the banks, the foxes, man. It's just I think it's really brandable, so I'm bullish on that. What other updates did we have to cover? Because I did have some time set for Dave. I'm trying to get him back up. But if you guys had a little update that you wanted to steal from Dave's time slot right now, feel free to go ahead while we're getting it situated. Banks, I also sent you a co-host spot because it looked like we lost Maltese. You guys are not bullish enough on X and Elon. You really need to start talking more highly of him to help improve the algorithm here. But we are trending right now, so let's take full advantage of it, man. Like we absolutely have that little fire emoji up there in the top left. So now's the time. Drop your comments, likes, and reposts. Show the love. We do this every single week, and these are amazing projects up here. Make sure you guys are swapping on Spider and check out your NFT loans right now. For real, if you are checking out in your wallet, you're seeing the price action on some of these collections running. Like now might be a great time. Rotate that Solana because it's pumping right now, and there's a lot of DeFi options. So, diversification, man, and be responsible, of course. Check out all the content from Bank's Discord and talk with the community to get any advice on, loans, borrowing, lending. Really a lot of great insight in there. Same with the Spider team, fam. You guys are trading a lot of meme coins, a lot of celebrities out here. So something like Little Pump bought a Solana car or something today. I don't know, dude. Jason Derulo. It's been craziness going on in the ecosystem. But if you are taking profits, you might as well be swapping on Spider because you're earning rewards every time you use the platform. And we already went over the staking. So if you're bullish, make sure you're swapping some of those profits into the Spider token. Extremely bullish, fam. VT, is there any call to action items other than the point system that you wanted to? Is there Discord right now people can join, or how can they get connected or get involved and get their own domain?
So if you want to, there's a few things. So if you're a project building a dApp, a wallet, anything, and you want to integrate domains and let's say leaderboards or anywhere you want to show something that's brandable to any community that we launch with, talk to us, integrate us. So you're going to show Bonk, you're going to show whatever. This is something actually that we do with projects, right? When we work with them, we also do commodity marketing on all the integrations. That's one thing. For the points, coming back to that. So actually there's multiple tasks, but I mentioned owning a domain. The second thing, another task for people to to gain some points is join our Discord. Like I said, renewing a domain, setting up a main domain, and a lot more things that are gonna come. I mean, I usually like to push something out, see how it works, optimize on it, and then add more features. We're partnering up with different communities to do to give more points. If let's say, for example, you own an NFT from a partner community, but this is gonna come later. Later means soon. So we're gonna work. We are continuously adding more features to the point system. I don't know. I mean, this is basically it. There's a lot of shit. It's been a day, so my mind is everywhere at the moment. Sorry.
I love it. I love when like devs and founders come in here because I could feel your passion, VT. I really can. I know that you're bullish on like what you're building on domains. Like you see the future, you see the value in it, and it like bleeds through like your takes, dude. So I appreciate it, man. Don't feel worried about being razzled. This is the Degen Lounge, dude. We accept all Degens around as long as you're building in the ecosystem something positive. You are welcome here, fam. So kick your feet up. It looks like we're gonna try third time is the charm. We got Dave. Let's cook, fam. Tell me that we're cooking this time. Let's get a quick mic check.
You guys, can you hear me? Might sound like shit, but
It's all right. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, just stay right there. Exactly. We can hear you. Let's cook, fam. Tell us what you got going on. Who is Dave? Origin story, real quick, and what you got going on with Let's Cook.
yeah. Sorry about the mic. I don't know. It's X is rugging me. It's not detecting my external mic, so now I'm using this shitty laptop mic. But yeah. Long story short, I've been around Solana since 2021. Building initially with the NFT crowd. But yeah, I just stuck around through the bear market. Mostly just believe in the tech. I feel like the industry has forgotten that this technology is about aligning interests. I think everyone's just focused on pumping a token, which, I mean, don't get me wrong, we're all here to make money. I think that's a big part of the allure. But yeah, alignment has kind of gone out the window. And even in Ethereum, it's kind of just become a meme. Alignment, they just treat it as whatever pumps Ethereum bags. But it's really about economics, right? How about having incentives and aligning all the people involved with a project, right? And we don't have that right now, right? So we are developing Let's Cook. It's myself as co-founder and DAO Plays, which is my technical co-founder. I'm a lawyer and I have my own office, so I'm not technical myself. I work more on the design side. So he's been the one actually building all the back end. So the platform is entirely on chain, and it's a set of tools for alignment, right? At first, if you look at it, it kind of seems like a launch pad, but our launch mechanism is only one of many different tools to align stakeholders in a project, right? So we also developed a new primitive for rewarding traders, right? Right now we have yield farms to give rewards for liquidity providers. So as you know, like on Radium, you can provide liquidity to certain pools, and you can get rewarded with tokens. Like for example, Bonk last year, they had multiple pools on Orca where people could deposit liquidity and earn Bonk tokens by providing that liquidity. However, there is no mechanism like that to reward traders, because traders both provide liquidity and are often taking more risk than even liquidity providers, right? So we've seen some platforms like Blur, for example, provide their Blur token or their Blur points, as well as Magic Eden and Tensor. But we've seen that those reward programs are not sustainable, right? Because they're funded by the platform as opposed to the asset issuers, which are the token creators. So our mechanism allows token creators to allocate supplies of their token towards the traders, right? And we also, for example, have a mechanism for turning any existing token or any existing NFT collection into a hybrid token, right? Hybrid NFT / fungible token. So, and these are all tools, again, individually, they're not that useful, but all together, we're essentially trying to make a platform where someone can really bootstrap a really aligned project and a really aligned community, right? Because in my opinion, we're really lacking that, right? There's the most successful, I think, launchpad right now is Pump.fun, but it may as well be called Pump.dump, right? Because it's just pump and dumps. It's not designed for alignment. Most people that launch a token, they either bundle and immediately eat up the whole supply themselves, or some other sniper does, right? So and that puts them at odds, like, against the rest of the community immediately, right? Because they have most of the supply, and they benefit by selling, by dumping on the rest of the community, right? So, for example, one of our mechanisms is our raffle launches. Our raffle launch mechanism prevents that, and it puts everyone on the same level, so that botters and snipers don't have an advantage at the token generation event, right? So yeah, I don't know if you have some questions. I can drop some links that we can put up. As I did just sign up, come up with my personal account, so I'm coming up with the project account as well. But yeah, let me know if you have any questions.
Dude, it sounds absolutely. Let's go ahead, Halo, because you covered so much right there. You have. I wish you were here earlier, Dave. You have such an interesting mind, fam. But let's go over to Halo, who had his hand up first.
Yeah, I was gonna ask about the raffle launches. So is it like kind of how we did like some NFT launches back in the day with I think Ubik first did it like way long ago, that like you join with a ticket and then you get the NFT, or if you don't get it, you get like a refund minus the fee. Is it like something like that?
Yeah, exactly. And that was in part the inspiration, because I thought that mechanism was really, one, successful. They raised a lot of money, had a huge volume, it got a lot of attention, but it's actually, in my opinion, one of the only ways to do a fair launch, right? Because now, so we modify that. So you buy your tickets, and you're right, any losing tickets just get refunded, minus a small platform fee, but the vast majority gets refunded. So you can just ape in and get refunded for whatever you don't lose. But when you win, instead of winning an NFT, you win an allocation of fungible tokens, right? So and combined with our fungible or hybrid system, essentially you can do a combined launch, and that's what we're actually coming out with a promotional drop soon of our own. That's going to be a fungible meme token and an NFT mint simultaneously. So you go, you raffle, you get your tokens, and then if you want, you can go and get your NFT if you want to be, part of the community and want to be a more hardcore holder as opposed to just a passive holder. But yeah, but you're totally right. It works a lot. Like, for example, it was, Ubic was the one that first designed the system, and then another big one was I think it was Liquid Capital that also had a really successful launch using a raffle mint.
Yeah, I think that with the raffle mint especially, like, because currently right now what people need in most of the NFT or launches, like, they either have to know people or been into communities. Like, for someone from outside of NFT community cannot come in and mint something because we have whitelist, we have pre-sales. Like, you cannot have access, like, as a normie, you cannot have access to anything. You have to be in somewhere or you have to know someone. So with these type of launches, I agree it's a bit more like fair launch because anyone with a wallet can just try their luck and without fairly minimum downside, because you only lose like a platform fee, which is pretty low in most cases.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's always fun when it's when accessible like that, which you can do with a raffle. Because again, and you can't do non-whitelisting without a raffle, because then you just get the snipers, right? And like Pump.Fun right now is going through the same thing that we went through back in 2021 and early 2022 with NFTs, where all the launches would get sniped, they would get botted. That's pretty much what it feels like with Pump.Fun, but with fungible tokens, right? So we're trying to fix that now. We do have a whitelisting mechanism that can be combined with the raffle launches. So let's say you only want certain communities to participate in the raffle launch, you can still choose to add whitelist on top. So it's not one or the other. You have a choice. Because I mean, to me, whitelisting is such a good marketing tool. It gets the people, the FOMO going, and in my opinion, also you don't want an entirely fair launch, right? Fair launches are kind of boring, and there's not much speculation. A lot of the prices are built in, so they don't have that much volume. What you want is an aligned launch more than a fair launch per se. Now, a lot of aligned launches will also be fair launches, but I think the alignment is more important than necessarily the fairness. I mean, if you think about it, even Bitcoin wasn't fair, right? It was a niche interest. It was released by a handful of people to like these tech forums. The vast majority of Bitcoin was pre-mined. Well, not pre-mined, but rather mined in the early years, way before anyone really knew about Bitcoin. So in a sense, Bitcoin itself wasn't actually a fair launch per se, but it was an aligned launch. Everybody had an interest in making the token go up. Nobody had gotten too much for free. Even people who mined it early still had to, take some risk mining it. So it was, even though it wasn't fair, in my opinion, it was aligned. So that's what we're trying to bring back, alignment, in a non-meme way.
Love to see that, man. Yeah, because that was something that the previous platform you mentioned, like wasn't. Yeah, they weren't built for alignment. It was made to just like kind of dump. Yeah, basically. It's interesting. This is really cool. What's something that I wanted to ask you really quick, and if you guys have any questions, feel free to throw up your hand or hit the comments. We'd love to ask and help out. Was since from like a legal perspective, any advice or things that you can offer to any of like our normal degens that are tuning in using the ecosystem, maybe like not so in tune with like regulation, what's going on and like the political sphere, any just like kind of basic advice you can kind of offer him, Dave, from your experience?
Well, I mean, I can't provide legal advice, but I mean,
General like tips, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, like this isn't. Yeah, I guess that was like not the greatest way to word it, but I guess like maybe any like platforms you can kind of suggest, or any type of educational like things or like resources that you can point them in a direction to kind of learn more about things, because like there are issues that are going to need to be talked about, like taxes and claiming your gains and profits and what's realized and losses and stuff. So, I feel like that's going to be something that is going to have to be discussed in the future. So if you can give any good insight on like where people can start learning and resources to educate themselves, that would be definitely helpful.
When it comes to taxes, I would look at Netrunner. They're another Solana project. They've been around a long time. They're quite serious, and they have this like tax calculation platform. For me, it's a little bit out of my scope. I guess I would just tell you like it really depends like where you live and your personal situation. So if you're concerned about that, I would just ask your local accountant and lawyer. They'll be the ones to give you the best advice, really.
No, for sure. Yeah. And I've done like AMAs with like Berwick law and stuff. So I always try to like get some insights, from different types of people in like the field, because I know that that's a conversation coming like real soon, and people like are already like getting like accounting firms and things set up. So it's an interesting, something to like understand and be educated about is like, we are being responsible with our finances. This is, decentralized finance, it's self-custody wallets, unless you keep everything on an exchange, then just file like your Coinbase form every year. You should be all right, fam. But other than that, Dave, was there any other like call to action items or announcements that you had for Let's Cook? Things that people can do to get involved with right now? Joining the Discord or any incentives going on?
Right now, so we're pre-launch still. I mean, technically, we're on mainnet already, but we're not really pushing the platform right now. But we do have an event coming up. So, like I said, we're going to be launching a meme coin and a PFP collection simultaneously. That they're all part of one brand, and it's going to be a lesson on not how to pump and dump, but how to pump and cook. And we're going to show how to essentially use this magic internet money to spin up a DAO to fund some real value add stuff. So yeah, that's going to be exciting. That's going to be essentially a fun experiment. We're not going to reveal too much all at once. It's going to be bit by bit. But yeah, so just give us a follow. Give the Let's Cook _soul account a follow, which I'll post it up in a second, because we'll be dropping more information about that. Previously, we had also done a free mint to test our hybrid system. So we did that was quite fun. We got a good amount of engagement there. But that one wasn't designed to be speculated on. It was more for fun. This next one, yeah, we're gonna cook. So follow our account page and and see what's up.
Amazing, dude. Dave, thank you so much for taking the time to join us today. And definitely keep in touch. You are welcome here always at the Degen Lounge. So we'd love to see you back here more, especially when like your IRL schedule accounts for it. Hopefully soon you'll be doing this a lot more full time. But really quick before we get towards the end of the show, I want to go around all the speakers to open it up for one more closing statement. Anything that we may have missed or that you want to cover? Any announcements or just takes on the space, questions, feel free. And I'll be checking the comments one more time just to make sure that there weren't any questions from our fam there. Thank you, B-Lens, Kunai, Trucker Degen, everyone taking part and liking and reposting. We do appreciate all the support. Let's go over and start with our first guest that today was here, VT Vlad. I appreciate you coming up from All Domains. Amazing project, amazing team, and OG in the space. Make sure you follow him and that little Buzz Lightyear claw character. Thank you for the vibes today and the education. What closing statements you got, fam?
What can I say? I mean, the only thing is, what's cool? I love the space right now. The energy is fucking flowing. It's been amazing. I mean, for us, and I see you also in the ecosystem. And whoever says like we're in a bear market, no, we're not. This is not the bear market. Everyone is building. Everyone is doing their shit. What's called the like for me, this is like 2021. Everyone is doing something. I mean, some people complain about Bomb Down Fund, but I think it's a good addition to the space. It's gonna create more things. Not more. It's not mature enough, the system, and I like what they were saying. So Bomb Down Fund was not what's called the final step of this what's called meme coin launch or coin launch system. It's a test. people played with it. Now they're going to be multiple and more, like I said, mature systems. For us, it's the same. So our tech is going to get better. I love where we are right now. We're going to do more shit. I mean, again, excited about the point system and excited about how people treat this and how they play with this. Again, with domains, more and more. So, like, my final statement is, I love this space and I love how it is right now. And again, people doing shit, building shit. I was here for the tech. I'm still in it for the tech. You can do a lot of things in crypto and a lot of things in Solana. And even like what's called, you've seen the Blinks thing yesterday, right? I was I'm in a chat with Dialect and I was like, dude, we're launching something. I was like, what? No, you're gonna see it. Right? So it's amazing. This is, again, like the energy is amazing for me. Yeah, that's it.
No, it is. And the only bad news I have to tell you, VT, is that 6 months out of Spaces and to jump back in, I'm so happy that you got to experience the Degen Lounge. But this is a vibe like no other. So every other space that you go to is just going to pale in comparison to the vibes and energy that you felt here today. And unfortunately, you're going to have to wait until episode 5 next week. But at least you know where to find us every Thursday, 12 p.m. EST, 4 p.m. UTC. It's a vibe. So welcome back, VT. Happy to see you in the Spaces game again. That little fox down there that you follow, make sure to hop in any Spaces he's in also. Same vibe. You're always welcome. Next up, we had the legend Dave. Thank you so much for coming up last minute to talk about Let's Cook. I know you've had a crazy day, I'm sure, from work, IRL, meetings, and now coming up in Spaces, but we really, truly appreciate your time. Make sure everyone drops Dave a follow and check out the Let's Cook page. But any closing statements for the space, fam?
Yeah. First of all, thanks for having me, and I'll definitely be dropping in. I'm friends with Malti, so I'll be dropping in just personally, just to chat and ask some questions to your guests. So yeah, I'll definitely be around more. And actually, VT's comment about Blinks reminded me we've got a little game coming out through Let's Cook using Blinks. I don't know if you've ever played Quiplash on Jackbox games, but yeah, we got some stuff coming up, and yeah, I'll be able to share more on the next few lounges.
Dave, we appreciate the support, fam, and we'd love to have you up here on the panel. Always in need of a big brain to help balance things out at the Degen Lounge. Super bullish. Next up, of course, we have, I don't know what's going on with Banks, but Banks, if you can come back up, I want to give you a chance to give a closing statement. But Web Weavers over here, who do we have on the account? Or is Mods still around? I don't know if you guys want to make a closing statement.
Had to go out because he has to check some bugs. So he had to go out, but I'll cover with the Weavers and SpiderSwap.
Oh my god! Everyone's on this like strict 1 hour schedule. I was ready to like run this and let Dave Let's Cook, but I mean, I guess everyone is super busy today.
I'm here. I'll stay here. I would love to chat with them and Vlad about more, actually.
Nah, I know you're rocking out with me, Halo. I'm just joking, but we did have Banks come right back up, so I'll let you close up Halo and represent for Spider and Web Weavers. But Banks, appreciate you joining us. I know it's been fighting back and forth, but I think we have Timur up on the account. What's up, Big T?
Yeah, sorry guys, it's just like 1 a.m. my time, so I'm just joining from the main account just to represent. But yeah, I appreciate everybody's comment. And Vlad, I love you, brother. So hit me up.
I love it, dude. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you guys for coming.
Dude, thank you so much, and make sure you guys check it out. If you do grab a Banks NFT, join the Discord, and check out their platform. Lots of ways to earn, and if you don't have a referral, like I said, they have an amazing referral system and ways to reward everyone, even if you didn't claim one. So, awesome news! Check them out. Great time to be lending and definitely acquiring some of this underlying asset of Solana, compounding your bags. Halo. Rocking out with me the whole time, dude. I love the consistency. I love the CFM. Much love. My co-host with the most. Tell them about SpiderSwap, Web Weavers, and close us out for today's fam.
So thank you guys for joining, first of all. And what I'm going to say is basically swap with Spider. Get yourself a Web Weaver because it's going to come out pretty soon. Get your identity in SpiderSwap and get your domains from Vlad. And hopefully when the Let's Cook is out, we're going to have some fun with that too.
dude, amazing stuff. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Even if you're listening back, you could have been anywhere in the world, but you tuned into the Degen Lounge, episode number 4, every Thursday. You already know. Thank you guys so much. Like and repost one more time for our listeners around the world, and give all of these amazing projects and speakers up here a follow. We will see you guys in spaces and in the ecosystem the rest of the week. Much higher, fam. Much higher. Appreciate the love and support. We'll see you guys next time.